Okay, so I just decided I'm gonna have to redo this video. Anyway, this is my straight axle, and I've already had to experience this on my AI camera. If you zoom in, it's drunk. It moves by itself. Yep, it's drunk. My phone is an alcoholic, I guess. I am not moving my phone, not one little bit. The shaking is my hand. But that up and down weird shit, that is my phone. That is the AI camera. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, I got the spring mount holes all drilled. Wanted to show, I had already done this once in a video, but I just got interrupted and had to redo my video. This piece right here, I don't know if you can see it, that is a rubber washer out of a lighter. And on the other side of the piece of lighter that I used was this one. This one is cup shaped, and the cup shaped one, it didn't stay as a cup, all it did was flatten out, so I didn't use it. Figured I could just use the flat one. But yeah, that's that. And right here, get my little pointer in here where I can see what I'm doing, show what I'm doing. I used my pliers to squeeze this together around the screw. This screw and the heat nut were in the same thing, whatever I took it out of. I don't know if it was old computer or what, but those thread together perfectly, so that's why I used them. I've got plenty of screws sticking out here in the back of the straight axle beam, that I might be able to put some nuts on there if I can find some that'll fit it, or make some out of plastic or whatever. The only problem I've got now is, even though I've reversed it and put the spring forward of the axle, if I use my incense stick, a wooden incense stick, bamboo links, and mount them there, then I'll have to add quite a bit of length to the brackets that I've got to solder on here for them to attach. So I'm trying to figure out exactly, that's all this little stuff here, trying to figure out exactly, let me back this zoom out, exactly where I'm going to go with this and what I'm going to use. But yeah, so far it's coming together really good. It is a fairly stiff spring. I'll show this again, even though I'd already done this, but it is a stiff spring, but it does work, and it will left and right just fine, but it's going to be stiff. I mean, you can see, get the axle beam at an angle, and then do that with the chassis, and you can see it will function as a spring should. Only problem right now that I'm having, or the other problem that I'm having, is figuring out how to keep this piece from moving up and down. So I don't need that part to go up and down. I mean, if I was putting like hydraulics on it with a servo or something, that would make sense, but I'm not doing that. There's just not room in Orlando for all that crap. And, well, 132 scale. And that's what this basically is, just with a lot of handmade stuff and random whatever. But yeah. Little piece at a time. One little piece at a time. I think it'll work out pretty dang good though. I have to figure out this mounting of these little pieces here, how I'm gonna do all the mounting for the links. So, and then I've also got to modify the front wheels, well, all 6 wheels. So yeah, the front ones will be spindle mount, and the rear ones are going to be glued together just like on my tow truck. They're just glued together with a tube in between them, and then the nut on the axle shaft. And that's probably how I'm going to do these, but a little different. I'm not sure yet. And I'll see if I can possibly find some bearings to inset. Oh, I'm off camera again. Find some bearings to inset into this part of the wheel, and that should give it a nice smooth function there. But yeah, I mean, it will look pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it an I-beam or if I'm just going to leave it a flattened round bar, because that's all it is it was tubing, just brass tubing, and I used my steel block, laid the brass tubing on it, took this steel rod or whatever, square, laid it on top of it, held it nice and flat, and then used a hammer and smacked it about 100 times until it was nice and flat and squeezed together as tight as it would go. So, but anyway, that's where I'm at now. On to whatever else, who knows. So, thanks for watching.